Sup everybody, welcome back to the channel. You know who it is. It's Mark. So I want to do a little story time today because I had an incident happen yesterday. It's like almost 1 in the morning now. This happened yesterday afternoon, so it's been like 36 hours since it happened, and I'm still kind of like shaken up from it. So I was in Pennsylvania, York County, Pennsylvania, visiting a friend. Well, I was about to visit this friend, driving on the road, and almost at the house where I was going to, and I got pulled over by Northern Regional Police Department in York County, Pennsylvania, and had a very bad encounter with the police officer. And just to preface this, I no criminal record, never been in any kind of trouble like that. Well, I've had charges on me, but I got everything expunged in court. So not even don't even have any points on my driver's license, nothing like that. Never, I have a completely clean record. I used to work in a prison, so I've always respected the police, and I was always against the whole movement where everyone is against cops these days because, and I guess I still, I realized that we need police in these days. People can't police themselves, but unfortunately, with this incident, the officer took things really far, and I'm still like, I can't stop thinking about it, which I hate. Like, I wish I could. But like last night I was having trouble sleeping because I was just so angry about how I was treated. So I actually have some notes here on my phone. But so he comes up to my car, and like he was aggressive from the get-go. Like he comes up like he was pissed off at me already. And like I said, I don't know why, because I have no criminal record, nothing like that. So apparently, he was behind me, and he ran my license plate or whatever, ran the tags, and I guess the car came up stolen somehow, which it's my car. I didn't steal it, so I was trying to tell him it must be a mistake. He didn't believe me. I bought the car 2 years ago. It's a used car, and it's not even a good car, so I don't know why anyone would want to steal that car. But he said that he told me that the car was registered to an African American man, and it wasn't my car. I tried to say it was. He said, "No, now just tell me the truth, and I'll go easy on you." Try to play this whole game with me, and I didn't know what to say because it was my car. So I'm like, it's my car. I don't know what else to tell you. He asked me how much I've been drinking. It was like the middle of the day, and I said nothing. And he said, "You sure about that? I know you've been drinking." And so he didn't believe me. He was looking at my license, wondering why I had a New Jersey driver's license and what I was doing in the area. And he asked me to remove my sunglasses, and then he told me that my eyes were bloodshot. I tried to explain to him that it was the pollen, and then he starts asking me what drugs I was on. Told him no drugs. He didn't believe that. I asked him if he could get a blood test so I could prove my innocence, because I didn't know how else. There was like several times going back and forth of me telling him that I wasn't on drugs, and didn't believe me that I did not take any drugs. he refused to get a blood test, made me get out of the car. Um, he was, the whole time, I felt like he was trying to provoke me into fighting him because, he wanted to justify a use of force situation. Like, I know when someone's trying to provoke me into doing something. I was like, standing there outside the car, like kind of like looking down. He gets up in my face and says, "Look me in the eye when I'm talking to you." So things like that, like I was just getting the feeling like, he was like, "Come on, hit me," because then he would be justified in doing something. But I'm not a violent person, so I didn't do anything of this sort. Then he starts saying, "Why are you so nervous? Why are you so nervous? That's very suspicious that you're nervous. What do you have in the car that I should know about?" And I said that I was nervous because he's accusing me of some pretty major crimes here. That's why I'm nervous. And he said, "I'm just doing my job," which I don't understand how that was doing his job. Starts asking me about, if I have any previous arrests, starts interrogating me. And of course, I don't have a criminal record. So then he does this drug test to see if I'm on drugs. Tells me to follow his finger, and he's like trying to make it, like trying to get me to, to mess up. Which of course I didn't, because I wasn't on any drugs. I've never even tried any drugs in my life. Like, that's not my thing. But he didn't believe that. Then he starts asking me what medication I take. Not really sure. And this whole time, he's trying to, everything he was doing was trying to provoke me to get a response out of me, to get a lash out. And this thing, sometimes when a cop sees like a muscular guy, they a lot of cops are like, I don't know, I guess they're like jealous or something, that if somebody's like bigger and stronger than them, maybe they have like that kind of mentality. I don't know. I've always respected law enforcement, but like I said, this kind of thing. So I'm standing outside the car. He's doing all this stuff. He made a comment about my carotid artery. He said that he could see it bulging. I'm not sure why he made that comment. He said that I'm acting as if I had a kilo of drugs in the trunk of my car. And I had nothing on me. I gave him permission to search the car. I said, I actually asked him if he would search the car because, like, I'm trying to prove my innocence here, which, in hindsight, I could have just, I guess, remained silent and asked for an attorney. But I did nothing wrong. I was just driving in my car that I bought, and I own the car. It's registered to me. So he goes back in his car and is looking in his computer and realizes that he made a mistake. And so then he comes back, tells me to get in my car, and then so I don't know if he put in like the wrong number for the license plate or something. He messed something up. So then he writes me a $220 ticket for my apparently my inspection was 2 weeks past due. So I think to save face, he wrote a ticket for that and then told me to leave. So that was my experience with Northern Regional York County Police Department. So, like I said, I had always, I had friends that are cops and stuff, but after this situation, like, now I kind of understand why people join Antifa. Like, not like I'm gonna do it or anything, but I understand why people hate cops right now. Like, if he's treating everybody like that, and I know this is just like, this is a small percentage. This is like probably one bad cop, but really, I mean, I still have a sour taste in my mouth after this whole thing. I'm gonna request a I'm gonna plead not guilty to the ticket that he did give me, and I'm gonna go just try to speak to a judge or something about how he was acting. Um, yeah, because somebody really needs to know, because like, this cop, I could see him, you know, I could see him being somebody. He was trying to. I could see him killing somebody, honestly, and because he was trying to provoke me into doing something. And if he's acting like that to other people, um, that's not somebody that should be in law enforcement, or somebody that has the temperament for that position. Like, I am not a violent person. I don't lash out or anything. So I kept my cool when he was acting like that. But you know, somebody else maybe with a different mood would have taken the bait that he was going for, and maybe tried to fight him and end up getting shot and killed. And then he gets what he wants, because then he has a justified killing, but it's really, he provoked it. So yeah, now I understand a little bit why people hate cops, and I hate that it has to be this way, because I've had bad experiences with cops before too, like a lot of ego problems with them. Um, this was one of the worst situations with cops. So maybe we do need police reform in this country. Um, it's just how I feel right now. I was always, always, never was anti-police, and I guess I'm not still. But it's hard when you're put through a situation like that to feel any other type of way. So just wanted to give an update on that situation, and hopefully I'll be back on this channel to post with some better content, more fun content, not so negative. But thanks for listening.